I thought I should start off with saying that I have never read any of these books, so whether this movie is loyal to the source material or if said source material is any good in the first place is beyond me, and not the point of this video. Greetings, the whale of the internet. I am the great Matthew Squeak, and welcome to Squirrel Talk at the Movies. Was anybody actually expecting someone to make a Captain Underpants movie? Captain Underpants is based off of a book series by Dave Pickley that has won over the popularity of the younger generations, as well as gaining great flack from the older. It's been sold worldwide and banned in certain schools, so I am going to take a look and see what all the fuss was about. The characters. Now, when you look at this cover here, who do you think is the main character?
Tra-la-la!
Wrong! The movie is actually about a pair of prankster fourth graders, George and Harold, who might as well be the same character. They act the same, they laugh the same, but hey, they're best friends and that's what best friends do. As for being multi-layered, in-depth characters, they're not. They're typical fourth graders, complete with fourth grade problems like being put into different classes and the overreaction to said problems. As for Captain Underpants, he's a fairly enjoyable doofus when it counts, but that's all there really is to it. One of the most enjoyable characters is the villain, that for spoiler reasons I will only refer to him as the Professor. This guy has everything we love about the overly cartoonish evil mastermind and more. Overly complicated scheme, funny accents, science we're pretty sure he made up himself, the works. They may be a tad one-dimensional, but these characters were at least fun to be around. The plot. Fourth graders George and Harold have been caught in the act in one of their numerous pranks, and to avoid the best punishment their evil principal could come up with, separate classrooms, they wind up hypnotizing the guy to becoming the superhero of their comic books, Captain Underpants. Now they find themselves having to babysit a hapless idiot that can revert back into the principal at any time, all the while a new supervillain is on the rise. The story is weird, cartoony, and stupid, but it did manage to keep my attention. But even though my attention was hooked, I can't say I was all that entertained by the story. Plot points that kept not making sense, even in this wacky world of a guy running around in his underwear. The emphasis on the humor is, as you can imagine, toilet humor. And I never got it. I never got what was so funny about just saying these words and having the whole class burst into laughter. There's no punchline or build-up or timing. It's just...
It's a booby trap. What's so funny?
You said booby.
And that is supposed to be hilarious. So is it just me? Either way, I was not a fan. Design. If there's one thing that superbly excels in this movie, it's the design. It's wacky, it's bouncy, it's a lot of fun. In a world where physics and logic are taking the day off, this style complements the nonsense plot while staying true to the source material. At least from what I've seen on the book covers. Creative yet true, the animation alone made the movie watchable for me. Overall, a meh, and that is the best I can do. While I was not all that entertained by it, I can see that there were plenty of people who were. So I don't want to give it a low score just because I didn't get it, and sound like the people that outright banned the books in the first place. But I also can't give it a higher score because I personally wasn't all that entertained by it. The animation was great, the characters were fairly likable, but the whole story just wasn't that appealing to me. So if you or your offspring are amused by the toilet humor, go see the movie. You'll enjoy it, I'm sure. But if you are like me and don't get it, you should take a pass on the Captain Underpants. And now, a moment with previews. Okay, the bull is cute for, a bull. Looks delightful. Why the heck is this getting a sequel? Did you not see how poorly the reviews were of the last one? So this is a movie now. Lego Movie worked, Lego Batman worked, so why not have a Lego series hop onto the big screen? I am the great Matthew Squeak, and this is Squirrel Talk at the Movies. I thank my loyal subjects for watching. Please decide amongst yourselves whether you really want to see this movie or not. Please like and subscribe to me, and also feel free to support the channel on Patreon here.